stardust. E equals DMT. DMT is a molecule that it exists in all things. 666. The mark of the beast. It's carbon. It's melanin. So we're superior. Melanin.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, it's just science. We're better.
Yeah, we have this elder named Born Master Allah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know him?
No, yes. Okay. Have you ever heard of Father Allah? Father Allah from
Maybe.
Harlem?
Oh, he's like on YouTube and stuff.
Clarence
He has like a lot of
13X?
videos.
Have you ever heard of Clarence 13X?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I would love to read to you about him. He was born on February 22nd. You see, so he's a Pisces like my daughter. I had her on February 24th.
Wow,
But,
my father is February 25th.
Really interesting. Yeah, he probably knows me from his dreams. And you see,
I wonder what his reaction would
yeah.
be to I really wonder.
Yeah.
You should come out to my house.
Yeah, I would love.
Oh, yeah, he lives by the beach
I
too.
need family.
Yes, you
I
should
would
come
love
out.
family.
He lives by the beach though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the water's been calling to me, but I've been afraid to go by myself. I wanted a family to go with.
So, yeah, you
I
definitely
just
have
wanted
one.
a family to go to the beach with.
You definitely have one.
Yeah, and you
Facts.
see, Father Allah, he was born on February 22nd, and he's eternal. I had my daughter on February 24th, so I began to see the connection to the dolphins.
And his dad's name is
dolphins.
Eternal too.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw it in his eyes. Yeah, I saw that. And I understand what eternity is. You see, and when I was a little girl, I have another purple journal, but I would write about this place in eternity where it would hold people to keep them safe. And I was in church, and my church was called Love Never Fails Ministries. And I was baptized in the salt water. And it was a non-denominational church, a place of God. It was a temple. It was a temple. And my pastor, his name is Pastor Allen. He was a man of God. He was a good man. But there's only so much that a white man can teach to a black person. You see? Yeah, because we're greater. Yeah, we don't even need those places. We can commune anywhere. We can commune anywhere. And so as a little girl, I would say, "Is God in heaven, male?" And I would study the Bible, and I was like maybe 13 or 14.
This
I
is
would
from
study.
then. This is from 13.
Oh no, this one is rewritten from when I was 13, 14. But I think I have a purple journal in there. I have to get my purple journal. That one has all my old stuff in it. Yeah, I always like the color purple. You see, and purple is the color of royalty. And the Bible, people always refer to God in heaven as He or Him, male pronouns. But God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth. And after His resurrection, Jesus told His disciples that He had returned in bodily form, saying, "See my hands and my feet. That is, I myself, touch me and see, for a spirit does not have flesh and bones as you see that I have." So you see, my dreams, I would always dream about that man, Jesus, that they call Jesus, but I knew it was never his name, and I always just wondered what his name was. I would always wonder what's his name, and I would call on his name in my dreams, and I would get woken up, and I was scared, but I would call his name, and he would save me in my dreams. So that's when I knew that there were multiple dimensions always existing within every moment, within every breath. They all exist. They all do. So my dreams were always messages for me to protect me, and I would tell people about my dreams, and then things would happen, and it would scare people. Yeah, and so then I got very quiet, and I would just watch people, and I would just watch them and watch their behavior, and I studied psychology. So I got my associate's degree when I was 18, and then I started teaching at 18.
How did you do that? Like,
I went to college when I was 16.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I just wanted it.
Like, did you skip grades or like?
I was gifted as a young girl, and I had a really high IQ. But IQ is just creativity. Yeah.
And then you say you're stupid. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm stupid because I can't physically do things like with computers and technology.
But that's like...
Because it's too simple for me. It's only binary sequences. You see, with binary sequences, it's only zeros and ones. It's only just series of zeros and ones. But you see, the universe sees everyone as a one. There is no half. You see, so that's when I knew it was the white man who brought things that were not of this world and brought us fractions and stuff. You see, because a black person understands what a whole we see each one of us as a whole. You see, so
you know they had us as 3/5 of a human too. And that shit.
Exactly. So I'm gonna end the factions.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, I'm ending the numbers.
You know, we're still 3/5 of a human in the Constitution.
Yeah, that's still there, right?
Like, so that's why I carry the Constitution with me in my backpack. Yeah.
Gangster, yo. I'm trying to build with you on that shit because, like, I didn't need to really study that. Like,
I would love to study and learn. Yeah, that's all I ever wanted to do. Just study and learn and teach people the truth. Yeah. Just physics and everything. It's the universe. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I tapped into it because my heart is pure, and the earth sent my spirit into a pure bloodline. I never was, but I just wanted to listen to my elders because that's what I was taught. You know, I listened to my parents and I listened to people older than me, so I just do what they say and I follow where people lead me. Yeah. Because I'm protected by other people.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and some of them don't know it.
As am I.
Yeah, you are because you're righteous. Your family's righteous. I can only be around righteous people. So that's why I said I know your father. Yeah, I would love to meet him.
He's mad righteous. Like I'm learning to be like him.
See, it's a way of life. It's a way of life. You see, it's not a religion. It's a way of life. Melanin is a way of life. Yeah, it's chemistry. Yeah, so I had, a couple years ago, I wrote Summer Reading and Reflections, and I put Afro-Borinquen culture, Africa's influence on Puerto Rico, ancient Africa, Black Athena, Nikki Giovanni, Black Power, Finnish, Taino history, coexistence among spiritual beings of different faiths, Zionist occupation of Palestine, Stokely Carmichael, Angela Davis autobiography, speeches, you see, and a lot of these things, I never had even read them or anything, but the words came to me. I brought them through other people. Yeah.
Bro, I'm so tripped off of how you had that dream about Phoenix.
Yeah, and my mind moves faster than everything else. My mind moves faster, so that's why I write so much, because my mind moves faster.
Yeah.
So I have to write, just keep writing.
That's your genius working.
Yeah. So I just need space. I don't need a home, per se. I just need somewhere to sit in peace. I just need somewhere to sit in peace and write and teach people. And tell them the truth. Yeah. Some things only have titles so far. So you see, the titles I have so far are Dr. Robbins, Ha Ha Ha, May 19th to May 3rd, Strictly Fam Members Only, Palladian Message, Leading You into Battle, Ray of Sunshine, Moves Like Jagger, Millie and Veronica, Teacher's Pet, Twilight Zone Traveling, Egyptian and Ethiopian Queen, The Return of Malcolm X, The Way They Were, One Way, January 19th, The Day I Was Born, Where There's Smoke, Brains Over Bronze Bitch, Pin Pals, Roll Out, The Black Hole, ISIS is President.
These are titles that you haven't even written yet?
Yeah, sometimes I get the titles only first.
You're fucking genius, dude.
Yeah, I just tapped into the energy and I let it lead me before. So now that I have a copyright in an LLC, you see, I own my own intellectual property. So I sell everything through a third party on CreateSpace. So I don't even have to do manufacturing or anything. They do it all on there. So I just put my words into there and just put it in a nice presentation form. It's just a big project, you see. And so it's going to serve as a ticket to all of my festivals. So as long as you have all three printed confirmations of your Amazon purchase, then you can get into my festival. Just bring $20 with you and a glass jar for water. There'll be water there and we'll have fruits. You see? So I'm going to use capitalism to bring down capitalism. Yeah. It's really easy.
In a more creative way.
Yeah.
It's every Monday.
And, oh, that'll be awesome. And so these are just all memories. I said she beat me when I had to speak up. So when I was a little girl.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay, that's not far away at all.
So next Monday.
That's perfect. I'll have maybe 2 more books by then.
We should call them.
Yeah.
But we should call them. Let's see.
You should try to do a book release. Word.
Yeah. My book is gonna be put online on May
maybe
Mother's Day,
backdrop.
but on May 19th I would love
they're trying to have
an
events.
Yeah, I would love to have an event. That's what I'm actually looking for. I'm looking for people to help me. Yeah, and then this one's marks all over my neck, you see, because my mom, she used to hit me, and then I would go to school and lie for her to protect her. Dreams of floods. I used to always cry about floods, binary stars, evolutionary love, Back to the Future, Queen Padme, What is Time Travel, Hook Up My Space, Driving Miss Lazy, The Majestic 12. These are the people who are the elite. So you see, when I sent myself to the hospital, see, because I tapped into this energy so I can bring the answers to me, and if I have the questions, I can bring the answers to me by just moving and being free, and not allowing my mind to worry about things like bills and things of that nature. So the answers come to me. So when I got taken to the hospital, I would read the labels on people, and you know what the names on the jackets were of the people? Elite. Elite, and it was a Jewish place, and they stuck me with lithium. And if you do history into what lithium is, it's a chemical that's been out there, and it's a truth serum. It's a truth serum of a form, but the doctors probably don't even know that, because doctors just take notes. They don't do their own research. They just go to conventions and things of that nature to learn. So I said, I'm going to make myself a doctor. I'm going to be better than all the doctors. So I came up with a plan to plan it all out before it happened. So I got it all on video, you see, so you can have dates to see how I'm doing it. Yeah. So I have it all recorded on my camera. So I take my camera with me everywhere to show people how I'm doing it. And I wrote the equation. And I'm left-handed, and they said that was a sign of the devil, but it's actually genius. It's creativity.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So
they say people who are left-handed are more creative.
Yeah. So I just started seeing a whole bunch of women with left hands, and that's when I realized I was channeling into something greater than me.
Yeah, but combined with your spirit.
Yeah, combined with my spirit to speak for everyone, and I would just meet different artists. I just keep meeting different artists, and they keep telling me what they want. They tell me what they want, and I take notes, and I watch the men, and I see they're unhappy, and men are unhappy, and that's why when I was working at T-Mobile, I wrote "Pierce the Corporate Veil" because I'm going to get everyone out of corporate America. You see, all with one computer and no money, and you can do it if you set your mind to it. That's what I'm going to show people. It's mind over matter, not matter over mind. Mind over matter, if you look at the acronym, is MOM. Yeah, you see? So it's just it all just comes back to me. Yeah, and I do that so I can remember things. Because you see, when you put it into a database, like online, you give people the power to alter your history. You have to write your own history. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to teach my students how to write and to record things for themselves and not use the white man's tools. Yeah, because it's not for us. Yeah, it's not for us. So we're going to do something greater here. And so all these dates started showing to me. It was like a little circle. This is what I wrote before. And it was May 3rd. I knew a man who I thought I liked. I wrote a poem for his name is Zay, too. And he did a speech about Malcolm X when I was a young girl for this program called AXO. Yeah, I did my poetry. He was a few years older than me, and he told me I was really young. That's what I've been told all my life. I'm really young. And my mind is just so much older than a lot of the men I've met, but Malik's mind is ancient. But, what I realized is, I don't have to be with someone physically to feel them. So what I asked Malik is what I'm feeling a reflection of your feelings, or are they also emanating from me as well? And do you feel them? And he said, you came into my dreams. Did I tell you about that?
Me?
Yeah, did I tell you? He told me, he said, one night I was laying down, I fell asleep watching Space Odyssey, you see. Space Odyssey on Netflix. My third eye had been open because I had removed all inhibitors. And the inhibitors would include things such as Wi-Fi, things like anything man-made, microwave, the fluoride in the sinks, in the water, so I stopped showering. And I just removed all inhibitors. I just removed them all. And I just allowed my mind to exist as in its natural state, you see. And so I became the tree outside of my window. And so I started vibrating on this very fertile frequency. And these three little lizards came and crawled up on the window. You see, it was a mother and a father and a little baby lizard, very green, and I got it on my camera. And so they were responding to my frequency of fertility. And yeah, and when I went to the temple, the woman, I don't know what her name was,
What
but
does she look like?
Our temple? Yes. I wrote my name. I wrote my name, Padme, on the piece of paper, and she gave me a piece of the
Obi nut.
The Obi nut. You see, and if you study Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, he was a teacher, an elder. You see, and I always loved Star Wars. I always loved Star Wars. I always loved Star Wars, and then I got to a point where I realized Star Wars was our history because it occurred in a galaxy very, very far away, and the message was received here very long ago. You see, so there's nothing new under the sun. So the white man took our stories and put white faces on it, but it was our stories. You see, and my ancestors are Anunnaki. They were people who were telepathic. We were builders of great civilizations. Powerful civilizations. And yeah, you see, we understand the truth. And so that's when I decided to use the white man's system against him. And I started writing things.
We created all this shit.
Yeah, we created it, so we're going to be taking it back this summer. So when I see you won't have to worry about money, you won't. And I just wanted a family to see me first before I showed them all of my mind. Yeah, because I've had a hard time trusting people. I've had a hard time, but I still love people.
Because you know, you're a genius, so everybody can't handle your genius. And that shit is in your mind, so everybody's not going to be able to handle it.
And it moves very fast. That's why I'm a poet. Because poets are the greatest cons of all time, you see, because we speak in code. And we speak in symbols. So that's how I know Tupac is still out there waiting for me, you see?
I love Tupac so much.
Yeah, you're going to meet him. Yeah. And what I say is true. Can I take a sip of water?
I know he's still alive.
Yeah, he's my family. I know it sounds crazy, but he is. He's waiting for me. He told me I was his mother. Yeah, that little boy that I was going to have with Michael, it was going to be an M name. Machiavelli. You see? It was always an M name. I always saw an M name on the license plate. With my name, with my letters and my initials. So I always looked at the license plate, so that's when I knew it was my son speaking to me. You see, and when I rubbed my belly at 14 years old, that's when the spirit entered into me. And when I walked into the yearbook class in high school, and I saw Michael and Madai, the woman I consider as a sister, my spirit told me they had a bond already, and not to get involved. And she would call me bitch, very hostile. And
Why?
She would smile. I don't know. She would smile, and it made me very uncomfortable from the beginning. But I'm just very kind spirit, so I still try to heal people. You see, so I overlove to my detriment. Yeah, I'm an overlover. You see, that's why I had to find somewhere where people are like me and will keep people away. Yeah, I'm an overlover. But you see, I'll still shoot you. Yeah. That's what love does. It tells you no. You see, that's what Malik showed me. That love tells you no sometimes. And so I thank him for that greatest gift. I thank him because he taught me. You see, and so I speak of my love for him because it's eternal and it's an eternal lesson. So I feel him with me with everywhere that I go. And I wonder, and I put my doubts in notebooks to see what will be revealed to me through other people. Because I can feel and see what I write, and I am the source of all energy. I'm a battery. And so if you read our conversations, he said to me,
can I see them?
I have some of them, but I lost my phone. So some of those messages are gone until I reveal myself, you see. Because once I put myself on the map, Apple and everyone, they're going to go into all of my text messages, you see. So when I came up with the plan, when I said in my head on February 21st, I was going to be president.
Right now.
Right. But you see, I speak in poetry because I'm a poet, and my weapon is my voice and the pen. You see, you can't stop true poetry. You can't stop it. It's everlasting. It's a cipher. It's a way of life, and it goes on.
Definitely
Yeah.
at the
So,
we got you.
Yeah,
Got you
I would love that. So
you are doing that.
I would say this is some of them.
Oh.
And you know what was shown to me? That he was testing me. He was testing me before. He was watching me. He would see how I would respond, and I would test him in return. So I would send him love even when I knew he was thinking of me, to show him that I felt it. Yeah. So I know his heart is with me because I traveled to his dreams one day, and he said I told him I was tired and I was in the twilight zone, and
he said that to you?
Yeah, he said I told him I was tired and I was in the twilight zone. I sat on his lap and I asked him to rub my back because I was tired. And he said he could still smell my hair and feel the linen on my dress.
This isn't a dream.
He said that was a dream he had, and that morning I called him because I knew. Because you see on my Instagram, if you go on my Instagram, I keep notes of everything in my memory, and I track everything on here so people can go back to the numbers and see and connect all the dots. You see, because it all has to do with our love, and our messages. It was codes for me and him, but he doesn't know it because you see, men are not in tune with this the same way a divine vessel is. And I was a divine vessel for Cleopatra. Yeah. So you see, I have access to this knowledge, and I can't always share it with people. So I didn't put it online, you know. I didn't put it online. I put it in my notebooks. And what I will put online is the information that's already there, and explain to people the truth that zero doesn't exist. And if zero doesn't exist, that means that everything that the white man knows is a lie. See, I'm revealing the lie. So he would send me the sounds of his soul. You see, men speak differently than we do. Men speak differently than we do. Men speak in space. Men speak in the space. Men speak in the silence. That's when I understood time travel. You see, I came up with the idea of time travel accidentally because I met him. Yeah.
And how do women?
Women, we speak in time. We speak in time. Men speak in space. You see the biggest contradiction. Biggest contradiction. Yeah.
Now we look.
Yeah.
This is looking a leak.
There's so many more beautiful messages, but they will be revealed to us when I pop myself up on the map and tell the world who I am. You see, and he appealed to the universe within me. And he reminded me about pieces of myself. And you see, the information is all out there. You see, you could watch this video. I couldn't even find the words to tell him what I felt. You see.
I don't think you would be feeling.
Watch the video. Watch the video. Click it.
This is all honest.
Yeah. I would just be laying there thinking of him. Crazy. But it's like, I couldn't even think of the words. Imagine that, a poet lost for words. Yeah. You see, that's what love does to you. It's crazy, but it's like, there's some things I couldn't say on there because they were watching, you know? So I would speak to him in his dreams, and I would ask for confirmation.
Emotions are really intense. They're very intense, to the point.
And I've been trying to get
to
him
the
for about
point
6 months now.
That I found myself crying sometimes for what others would consider no reason. You know, in my head, it's completely justified. It's completely justified. And as a woman who's in tune with not just, you know, the spiritual side of things, but the scientific side of things, and understanding how organic chemistry works, and the way, you know, my mind works. My mind, because I don't want to speak for everyone's mind. The way my mind works is when I feel torn about something, I sort of question its basis. And I sort of got to this place where I really can't, I'm unable to determine if my feelings for you are just a reflection, of the bond I feel with you. It's like a weird, invisible, umbilical cord connected to you, in a way, if you can think of it like that. And I don't know, to the extent, I don't know what that means for you and I, really. I don't know what that means for you and I. I don't know specifically how I tapped into it, but I know it's there. And it's kind of like, because I am a channel, with certain things I'm unable to discern if they're coming from the outside person or me.
This is why I gotta keep people out.
Oh, I know it's me. I know it's me, but I don't know if I'm taking things and just...
This is,
like, I don't know if you're being nice.
Mind telepathy.
You know?
He's
Nice
so
and sort of like, oh, yeah.
So there was this one day.
Okay.
This is how I know.
Or if it's like, you understand how amazing you are. How amazing your spirit is. It's such a strong and ancient spirit that it's like, it speaks to me throughout the entire day. And I sit over here trying to write about it and explain it because it's so intense. It's really intense. And I'm such an emotional person that it makes me feel weak. It makes me feel weak because it's allowing someone into a piece of me that I didn't know someone had access to. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop there.
Yeah. Wait, and then so he says.
And yes, so look at what he says.
I don't think you'd be feeling what you feel to the extent of what you're feeling it.
On 419.
If it was just a you thing and not a us thing. We're connected and we both know it. And I hope that that never changes. The timing is difficult with the fact you are still spiritually and mentally present with me something. I just recognize we are in different places. Doesn't mean I don't feel for you and about the way you feel for me. Think life onto yourself and onto others, but don't think yourself to death. Wisdom is symbolic to water.
He knows ancient truth.
Water is probably the most powerful force on the planet, but it flows and conforms to whichever container it's placed in. When something is that strong, it needs to learn how to be meek. But that comes with understanding. Knowing something and experiencing something isn't synonymous to understanding it. Understanding only comes with time.
I love you and I appreciate you.
What the fuck? He just dropped some gems.
No, he's a very wise man. He has access to ancient truths. That is what my soul showed me about him. He has he's of divine bloodline. Yeah, he's divine. And the names of his fathers, they were kings. Moors at one point in time, they were Moors. You see, and that's when Shakespeare came back to me. Ophelia. Yeah, the poet, the stories, they were our stories about the Moors came over and taught these truths to the white man. You see? So he thinks he was teaching me, but I was testing him because I would put the truth in the notebook and see if he would say these righteous truths, because the world is going to see these truths when the truth is revealed that he is the King of all kings. A humble man, a youth mentor with an ugly past, broken and lied to, but a woman who has an undying love for him, who sees the truth in him, in the God in him. The earth who saw her God. And all my life, I knew I was the earth, you see. And when Carl Sagan, a renowned astrophysicist, sent out a message to the Pleiades, into the star system, they sent out a record called Earth Song, and it had songs of whales and dolphins and Elvis and many legends, you see. And they sent out a message, and I'm the receiver. I created a mental receiver in my mind for truth. You see, truth is all around us, but if you don't practice discernment, you will be led astray. So you have to have an internal code within yourself, and it's righteousness. So if you're a righteous person, the earth will bestow great truth upon you and lead you to safe places.
That's facts.
Yeah, and when that white woman pulled my hair, you see, I cried a bit, and I was a bit scared, but I was not scared for my life. I was scared because I saw how the white man and the white people treat Earth, because I'm a representation of her, and so I put a copyright on Earth. You see, so I will put the truth.
4/22 also is just crazy because that's Earth Day, and that's the day that we released our project, which is Mother Earth.
And on Earth Day, I was in middle school, and I stood outside, and I wrote on the sidewalk with chalk, and I had a burgundy shirt with a cargo pants, because I always loved cargo pants because they were practical. I always wanted lots of pockets. I was very guyish. Yeah.
And
you see,
yeah.
I always wore cargo pants because I was very practical, and I told my mother, why do you need a purse? You can just put on cargo pants. And I asked her.
Remy's
Bob Power.
Yeah,
that was Bob Power.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was tapping into pieces of me, you see, because I've sent out great truths out there to the men, so that we can teach the women together. Cargo pants.
And you know who that was, right?
No, I don't know.
Bob Power. He engineered basically all the Tribe Called Quest, D'Angelo,
really?
Erykah Badu, The Roots. He just was
You see, I'm the universe, and
that white man.
I transcend. Yeah, you see, that's why. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I look at that, and I was not. We're taking back our lands and our sounds, you see, because it does not belong to the white man, which is why I did not sing. I will not sing for the white man. I will sing for my people only. Only my people. People with a third eye.
I will not sing for the white man.
I will not sing for the white man, you see, so I got on the stage to show them in the future. When they look back, and the first time I stepped on a stage, I did not sing. And I knew who I was. I was the universe in your world. And the white man cannot see me because I am truth. And so I did not speak to the white man. You will listen when I want you to listen, when I choose. You see, so I sit here, and it seems like I'm doing nothing, but my mind is traveling into the future, into different realms and different possibilities. It's time traveling. It's time traveling. And I'm writing it as soon as it comes to me. Because you see, one day people will read my books. When people will read my books, it will be a piece of history. You see, because on February 21st, when the idea to become president pops in my head, it was a significant day. It was the day Malcolm X was assassinated, and I was tapping into a divine truth, and I knew that I would be president. And so everything is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 through 9. There is no 0 in this cipher, you see? So everything will come back to me. Everything will come back to me. Everything done in the dark will come out. You see, so when I was at home, and something said, go get your clothes from your home, you see, because, Michael had told me to leave because he said I was a baby. He said he had to take care of 2 babies, you see, me and Ayana. We are 2 babies in very much a sense, but you see, the black man takes pride in taking care of his family. He told me I was a tax. That's what he told me. I was a tax on his life. He saw me as a tax, and that's when I knew he wasn't the one for me, because the man who knows me, he won't see me as a division sign. He won't see me as a minus sign. He will see me as a multiplication sign, because we will We
You
will
gotta write this
multiply.
down. You gotta write this down.
I will speak it to the world. We will multiply.
Bars. That's the,
Yeah.
You said all the bars.
Yeah.
Write that shit, bro. Yo.
We will multiply, and he saw me as a tax, and that's when everything began to connect. How the white man has declared war on the minds of black men all around the world. You see, but true righteous men know the truth. You see, so I took a trip to place myself within every realm the black man has entered into. You see, so I slept on the subway. And I didn't really sleep because a black man never sleeps because he knows the truth. He knows he's a slave when he's in prison. And he doesn't sleep because he has no home. He has no home because the women do not see him. The women do not see him, his righteousness. And they abuse the black man. They lied to him. They lied to him, you see, so I'm mercy. I'm Mary the merciful.
You're releasing
To be a martyr for the men. You see, it was written. It was written. It was about me. You see, because I put myself in front of the cameras. And I put this universal force to action when I went into the hospital. You see, and as a little girl, I have a purple journal. And I'll read it to you, but as a little girl, I was 14, you see, and that was Machiavelli warning me about that day they would put me in the prison. I wrote about 7 days, and I said, the seventh day is the Sabbath day. The seventh day is the Sabbath day, and you see, on the seventh day, I released myself from that prison. I used my constitution, and I stood up for my beliefs. And I told him I would like to be transferred to a facility where I can be treated with cannabis. And everything I said, I say it in front of cameras, you see? Because you have to use the white man's tools against them. So they want cameras, so they will get cameras, you see? So you put the truth where they can see it. But they cannot connect the dots because they are not meant to, you see? So I put all the truth out in front of the cameras for my men, you see? And I left them little notes, little love notes, little warning signs in the home, in my apartment, you see, because it's a vortex. It's really, it's a metaphysical point, you see. I created out of thin air, out of pure energy, to suck in things, to reveal things, you see. So I sat there, and I created a vortex in my head, and I left it in there, and I wrote the equation on the wall, and I left messages, and I told them to play dumb with the snakes, you see. So all of my people are protected, you see. I told them to play dumb with snakes. I wrote different names, different messages, and I saved every single universe, every single possibility, all of the possible nuclear wars that could happen. I saved them, but this is the point of origin here in Earth. This is where the birth of the universe, as we know it, occurred, because you see, it was my mind. It was my mind that gave birth to many worlds, many stars and many things, because it's ideal. It's ideal. Ideal is over materialism. You see, this was once just a vision in someone's head, and look at it laying on your screen now. You see, it's just an idea. You can't stop an idea. An idea never dies, you see. So when my warriors spoke, Marcus Garvey, when he spoke and he said, release the kinks from your mind, not your hair. You see, I chopped off my hair when I was 14 because I felt invigorated by the sense of blackness. I knew that was within me. And so you see, I wore Timberlands a lot because I knew I was militant. And I have combat boots at home because I knew I was a militant soul. But you see, militancy takes on many forms. Sometimes we use words, sometimes we use boots, and we march. So I always loved my black boots, you see. So then I found another pair of black boots. Got to that top right here. You feel me? He sent me a personality test. I can't believe that. Well, I can believe it, But at the same time, I'm kind of like, how? You sent me a personality test, guy? Do you know who I am?